All right, hey y'all, it's Pizza. We're back here today in Stranded Deep. Glad to be back. Looking forward to playing a little bit today. How you guys doing? I hope you're out there having a great day. Hope you're doing what you want to do, and I hope it's going well. Pizza had a good day, night last night. Pizza was off from work. We played a little Long Dark yesterday, and I watched a lot of YouTube. Honestly, is what I watch. It's probably the majority of what I watch, content-wise. Let's go ahead and hit the play button and continue. We're on day 23, you guys. Well, let's get to it. So yeah, named this one episode "Home Sweet Home." I think I was kind of like, well, what do I want to do today in Stranded Deep? We're a good place with food and water and that kind of stuff. We're growing plants. Ooh, we should probably get our tool belt. Maybe we'll do some of that. Yeah. Anyway, DIY home projects. You know what I'm saying? Let's maybe start building a shelter. More than that thing you see on the screen right there. So, yeah. So I kind of want to keep an eye. We might have to sleep tonight because again, whenever I come back in, I can't remember if I slept recently or not. But that's okay. Let's have a quick look at the base. How we got things going now. Let's see. I believe we got our plank station built last episode. We actually made some planks, right? I think so. Yeah. We got a Kura fruit going, and we got a PP plant growing. So, looking forward to that. We gathered up a bunch of fibrous leaves. And there it is, day 23. Here we go. Oh, we got plenty of leather and cloth in here. Yeah, so we got a nice stash of fibrous leaves. Got some aloe plants. Got some goodies. I think we got a few more crates on the boat we might want to end up looting from. But let's see. Let's just kind of scroll through things. Let me take a moment. See if there's anything I really want or need to get built here. Yeah, I'm a little tempted to make bow and arrows. I mean, we do stab a lot of piggies. Okay, yeah, this. So I want to. We're gonna look for clay today. Let's see if there's any around the island. What does one need to make a furnace? I think I need, right? Looks like rope. I'm assuming that's clay. Sure. All right, and then we're building. So I'm trying to remember. I don't want a corrugated foundation. It's just loud. It's clanky. We don't want to do that. I think the bricks are pretty cool. I think walls, if I remember correctly, I kind of like the just kind of like the wood walls. I don't know if we need a bunch of palm fronds to do that. Yeah, the brick walls look okay. I think they're kind of material heavy. But I think for just the tropical vibe and feel, I think, the wood windows look pretty nice. You just think, all right, so eventually, one day there's going to be a really bad storm. And you kind of got to wonder, like, how much of your house would actually blow away. So, of course, if we have a brick house, uh, we're doing a lot better. If we go with corrugated window, though, we kind of go with a Fallout looking style. But again, I don't have a lot of corrugated metal. Planks, we could do planks. Again, slightly more sturdy than the wood wall, but I think this just looks really good. I think I want a brick floor. Oh, that would be fun to have a container door. Eh. Yeah, if I recall past building styles, I kind of like the wood look. I'm not even sure what you do with a tower, honestly. But yeah, oh, we got a wooden hammer in our hand. That's interesting. Let's drop that. Inventory. Boop, what's on me? Oh, we got even more fiber sleeves. That's good. I'm assuming this pile is full. I guess not. No, it is. At some point, I think I need to move this because I keep running into this thing, and I can't go between and it's making me a little nuts. But like I said, we got to get our storage straightened out a bit more. I can throw a couple in here. Nice. What's in here? We got a little more space, sure. Alright, yeah, let's get some of these tools out of our hand. I guess, alright, let's see about... What else do I need to make the tool belt? Alright, we need... Looks like some leather and some cloth there. Was it just one each? I think it was one each. Yeah, alright. Nice. And then... What do we need for the last one? A couple of strips of leather. Alright, perfect. Probably should have had that done already. There we go. Oink. Yes. Perfect. Let's see. Let's grab... I'm tempted to make a refined spear. Alright, let's see what happens when we put just one wooden spear. We'll go lefties. Yeah, I'll leave one in my inventory, but I could, I think when I throw this, it'll just switch automatically to my backup, so that might be kind of cool. We got chaw, we got chaw. Well, I guess we can kind of switch it up. Let's put the pickaxe in the bottom slot, because if we're going to go look for clay, we can sort of leave that in our inventory for now. The hammer would probably be good too. I guess we'll kind of leave the bottom slot, as one that's sort of for switching out stuff. All right. We got a little bit of daylight. We're probably getting a little sunburned. Yep. And thirsty. We might need to build a third water still. Let's do that. Maybe we'll hang on to those for now. Yeah, this beach is just... Let's just Just get water all the way up. Down in there. All right. We'll go for a swim, though. Let's go for a swim. Let's switch to that. You go swimming, we'll cool down. I think we got to get under the water, though. Anyway, we might grab a few fish. There's a sharky boy. So there won't be any clay down there. It'll be on the shores, if there's any. There's a nice cod. There it goes. We're not drowning yet. Oh, there's some clay. Perfect. Nice. But we're gonna need... Clay is kind of hard to collect, though. You tend to lose a few pieces here and there. Not quite as easy as collecting stone. A lot of times, it'll fall down into like these bushes and stuff. It can be kind of hard to get a hold of. There we go. Let's get a little air. I think she was going to break the surface there for a minute. We'll figure it out. Yeah, see, it gets down in these plants, and sometimes you can't pick it up or find it. But sometimes it can be a little easier if you just break the whole thing down. Come on. Alright, I think there's one more piece, though. Somewhere, see what I'm saying? Like, they get down in these plants. Or they roll down the hill a bit. I very rarely get to collect all the clay. You know? Sometimes it'll just kind of disappear into, like, another rock that's nearby. And you gotta be careful because there can be poisonous things down here. Alright. Let's swim around, see if we can find another deposit before it gets a little too dark. What we need to do is switch that to that. Yeah, there we go. Come here, Archer. Got it. I will probably do this more than once. It is definitely getting kind of dark. I have a tendency to miss things. Really? Interestingly, it looked like two cods swimming side by side. Yeah. A little too dark to look for... Oh, hello. A little too dark to look for... for the clay, so maybe a little fishing. So dramatic. See if we can find a couple of medium fish. Don't look like there's a lot of fish out this way. Oh, there we go. There's one. Yoink, got him. Nothing wrong with having a few extra fish laying around just in case. We're eventually going to go through the meat. Gotta be careful not poison ourselves getting back to shore. Our PP plant is growing. We only have the one. So not a bad run, not a bad run. Well, we've got some rotten something around. I guess it's the yucca fruit. Yeah, we got a lot of yucca fruit. I don't know if it's a glitch or if they changed something in the game even. I don't know, but it seems like let's keep eating these little guys. It seems like, to me anyway, yucca plants that you used to plant didn't even give you yucca fruit. And now it seems like they drop one every single time I harvest the plants. So, I mean, yay for us, I suppose. We do have patates, so our fuel source will be set at some point. Well, no snakes on this island, so we don't have to worry about that at night. Still a little early to go to bed. Have we chopped down the trees already? I think we chopped down every single tree. Which is good for us, good for us. I'll tell you what, let's run to the boat. Let's see. Yeah, there. Alright, so it looks like our little... Okay, so we could probably got another day of gathering coming up. Scared me. Crabbies are back. Oh, this mechanics in this game are just perfect. Yeah. Let's get a few logs out of here. Now you can pull some of these crates up and use them for storage. I'm just going to start dropping them over here by the plank maker. Get down there. What do we need to make the furnace again? Confused. Is that not clay? Oh, we gotta make bricks before we make... Okay. Huh, whatever. Let's pick you up. Bring you here. Some planks. Anything with you? You think you need to make the furnace before you made the bricks. I guess the furnace really is just for gasoline, maybe then? Is it 3? God, this is so hard to read. Brick station. I feel like things are getting crowded over there. I think we'll put the brick station right next to our plank station here. Can I just make bricks? I don't really know how to make bricks. Do I need more than 2 clay? That's probably what the problem is. Where are the bricks, my friends? Bricks. No, you need a furnace. Do you need a brick station to make a furnace? I'm so confused. Do I just not have enough clay? Like, I can't even read that number. Or hardly, I need 6. Okay, so I didn't have enough, that's all. Alright, well, we did it kind of backwards. That's fine. What time is it? A little early, about 8:30. We're good on water. I don't feel like cooking anything right now. We are going to need to do some more cooking though, it looks like. Guess we can, I'll tell you what. Maybe we'll go ahead and do a smart thing. And we'll make one of these. And we'll use this for a while, because eventually we can use this to make a new refined knife. And it can be in basically the worst condition. Or we can use it to make a refined spear. Which, again, I'm also contemplating. What's up, bats? Yeah, I'm wondering if I just missed a patch. It's kind of looking like I've just maybe missed a patch. Yeah, I'd say I missed just a few outliers. Well, it seems to be a fair amount. Could just be coming back in the order that I harvested it last time, which was obviously poorly. I'll take it though. Yeah, alright, so let's go get that empty crate so we can get a little more storage up here on the beach. Yeah. We'll grab that. We'll figure out what to do with that. Here we go, yeah. Just trying to get some of these logs out of here. Now, once we get a proper shelter built, we'll work on a little more permanent storage system for out this way. There we go. Because yeah, this is starting to irritate me. Just this place is just cramped, crowded with crud. I don't think we have any crates up here either. Yeah, a couple of logs though. I'll move those out of the way. Honestly, I don't know how to engage auto run. It just happens. You can get some nice stacks if you switch to this and drop them. Hey, I wonder if can you make a stack of logs? Oh. The stacking is such a nice addition. Nice addition. There we go. Yeah. Last time I played, we didn't have stacks. No. Random stick. Oh, it looks so nice. Feels so good. I love it. I love it. Alright, what time is it? Oh, yeah, about time for bed. I usually try to go to bed between like midnight and 1, because you only sleep for a few hours, you know. I was getting ready to say, listen to those beautiful sounds of the ocean. While I slam down my Diet Cola. Alright. Again, well, the good news is, I know we'll be caught up on our sleep after this, right? And we can stay up tomorrow night. There we go. Right, I think I'm going to make up a couple of lashings, if it'll let me. I guess we'll make one. And we'll start storing some extra lashings in here. I know you can make a pile with lashings also, but... eh. Yeah, see, you keep walking into stuff. I can't see. I need to get organized. We need to build a home. I'll tell you what, let's keep grabbing some of these logs then. We'll put them in the log pile. Yeah, I was going to say, we'll just grab until it tells me no. There it is. Look at that. The visuals in this game are beautiful. And they always have been. And this is an older game, so... a lot of the gameplay and some of the mechanics and stuff are kind of wonky. There's a good bit of cheese in this game, but... aha. That's alright. Log pile number 2. Established and ready to go. I don't think they're going to last very long anyway, so it's fine. But honestly, it's less about cleaning up the island and more about just me kind of having an accurate count on how many logs I have. There maybe only need room for one more. Oh, that's alright. This guy won't last long anyway. What's this? Torch in a water tank. What are you doing down here? Yeah. We need to get some more crates unloaded. I emptied out another crate, so let's just toss those in there for now. To the SS Pizza! Not use. Use. I was going to say, we probably have more logs. Oh, look at all that leather. Beautiful. Planks. Good to know. Even more of these goodies. Fantastic. Alright. Yeah, the little water breathing potion. I wouldn't mind getting a few of those. I just don't have a ton of coconuts here. I was noticing, I thought you could chop up the stumps. Guess not. Yeah, I think they are starting to come back in. I just harvested poorly. I'm doing it again right now instead of just trying to let everything grow back and do it all at once. Can't help myself. I see it, I wants to chomps it. Alright. I think we're going to grab this and all this. Grab another crate. Same thing with the bottom here. Grab that. Another crate. Because I'm realizing I probably am not going to get enough clay. Out of this to make all brick floors right now. But I think I have enough planks laying around to do the job. Oops. Here, let's actually, because I think they'll stack if you do them like this. There we go. Get a few of these rando things put away so we don't lose them. Okay, air tanks are great. I love air tanks, so hopefully they stack. Yeah. Do you stack? It does. Alright, beautiful. I guess we could grab the flashlight. For right now. Oh, I have two. Yeah. Alright, should be bright enough for us to go clomping around in the deep. And here's our little flashlight. We get into some darker areas. Let's go look for more clay. I at least like to get the apparatus together. Oh, lionfish. Lionfish. Out, 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 out. We out. To make the bricks. I mean, you guys might not. You might have already spotted some. I really have to do, like I said, I usually end up doing a couple of, can we kill this guy? White temp bait. Anyway, yeah, I usually end up having to do multiple passes around the island. Just because you probably should anyway. Oh, excuse me. B, sometimes they're hidden and pretty well hidden in the brush and stuff in here. I hate you guys. Oh, Jesus. See, that's why we don't mess with those guys. So we got one PB plant. It hasn't even grown yet. Well, hopefully we get our physicality up doing all this swimming. There's another one. Oh, I really hate those guys. I mean, sometimes they can be pretty shallow. Oh, they're everywhere today. Another one. Oh, there's a sea snake. Good God. Another reason it takes multiple passes to do this. The thing is, usually where there's one clay deposit, there's more. You know what I mean? Snake. You get off the shore a little bit and have a look around. I mean, there's a chance there's only one clay deposit. I kind of doubt it. That's kind of handy. tell you what would be nice, a snorkel. Honestly, I have no idea if they ever made plans. There's plans to make a Stranded Deep 2. But a snorkel would be a great option. Just about going around the entire island. There's one. Right, carpet. So again, whoa. Usually there's, I think, 3 deposits when you do find them. Again, you don't always get to pick up every piece. Or I don't. So we know there's already one that's probably inside one of these rocks, and this one doesn't look like we're going to get either. It popped out at least. We'll give ourselves a little minute, get a little breath. I don't think we're going to be able to get this other piece. So I don't know if we're going to have enough to make the furnace. Yeah, I'm fairly certain it went like into the interior of the rock, which does happen sometimes. Occasionally you can get a hitbox. Again, I want to make sure it didn't like roll down this hill somewhere. I don't think it did. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we messed up. Unfortunately, it doesn't always work out. But we are getting a decent amount of medium fish, so. I will take that. Sun's going down. It's getting a little dark. A lot of lionfish in here. Let's go back. All right, how many pieces did we get? 4. Yeah. Unfortunately, we're not going to get enough. Unless I did throw some clay in a box. I might have. I thought it would have been in here. Yeah, because I think I had 2 pieces on me, right? Yeah. So out of that pile of rocks, would we only get 2 then? That kind of sucks. Oh no, we got 2 stacks. Okay, so we can make the furnace. All right, let's make the furnace. We need some sticks and some rope. Yeah. Those we got it all. I guess if we face the power sticks, that'll work. All right. 1 furnace. Now, if I remember correctly, this thing always has light. So you could put it somewhere where it would benefit you to have a little bit of light all night long. I guess down here. It's kind of, you know, we did take it away from the old, the brick station, but whatever. Yeah, look at that. See, permanent light down here for the rest of our days. Not enough clay, I don't think, to do anything with, so. I don't really remember how all that works. But I tell you what we should do tonight, and that is get a fire going. Well, we should actually clean the fish first. We'll need this. Again, I love seafood of all types. It would be sad that there was no, you know. But again, you've got salt. It's called the ocean. You just you throw the cloth that you have, right? We take one of these pieces of cloth. I'll tell you how to make sea salt. You take the piece of cloth and you throw it in the ocean. And you leave it there for like a day or 2. Then you take it out on the beach and you let it dry. And yeah, you're going to get some little sea critters and some deep sea debris and some calcium and some different things like that. But when you bring it out, you're going to have a bunch of actual salt too. Kindling time. We got a decent amount of wood in here. Let's get things cooking. Like so. Look at that furnace. I love that. I love that. So with the lantern and the furnace, we have a ton of light down here now. Yeah. Glad I stuck it down here on the beach. Yeah, I don't really remember how bricks work. But currently, right now, I don't think I have enough clay that it even matters. Alright, let's gather up some more of our fish. Have something to eat. guy up the hill. Yeah. And let's get another nice pile of meat. Oh, going here. All right. Check the planters. We could probably throw a little bit of water, especially into these. Oh, I'm so excited about getting this PP plant going. So what I think I'm going to do, honestly, is we'll... Oh, I think it might have just bloomed right in front of us. Look at that. We'll pick it in the morning, though. We'll get another planter going with another PP plant, so we can make up a few antidotes. And then we'll probably end up replanting that one PP plant at some point. Alright, let's hang out and get some cooking score. Woohoo! Again, I generally just, you want to stand kind of near. So, again, once we get the house built, right, we can move some things, we can break some things down. We want to basically try to have certain things in the shade, right? Now, where we build our meat smoker is pretty much in the shade all day long, right? And that's great. But we can also build a shelter so that there's a top over it, so we can always cook day or night without having to worry about getting sunburned. This little guy kind of disappeared. That was making me nervous. There you go. But yeah, our cooking score, I always try to get cooking score up in pretty much any game that'll allow me to do it. I don't think it increases like the speed of cooking or anything. All I think it does, well, the one thing I know it does is the food that we cook will last much longer. So, cooked meat or smoked meat will last longer. Since we're smoking our meat, it already lasts pretty long. You know, this is going to help us whenever we cook on whatever island, because I try to always build a smoker on wherever I go. Smoker and a water, and a little spot to go to sleep. But yeah, this will help us greatly. We don't really need to hunt a lot for food. Or how about this? We don't have to hunt constantly. You know what I'm saying? We can do like we're doing now. We do a nice big hunt. We kill some piggies whenever they show up, etc. You know, try to knock out some of these big crabs and whatever whenever they pop in. Get a couple medium fish and do like a nice big cook. And that should last us for a while. Because we don't have to worry about spoiling on the beach. Or in a container. Part of me heart wants to get back on the sea, you scurvy dogs. I want to find a container ship. That's where you find the most crates. Haven't found one yet. We haven't done a ton of exploring, though. Let's see. We had our starter island, the second island, the third island. We sort of hit one, two. I think maybe we've been to maybe like 5 or 6 islands total. Right, so we're gonna put this in a crate to kind of separate it from the beach meat for right now. So we keep eating this stuff as we go along. Excuse me, like so. All right, perfect. All right, and then we'll put these on. We'll grab this cooked meat. Put it on there. We'll grab this cooked meat. Put it on there, and we'll clean up another archer cod something. And get it cooking from below. Let's go grab a little bit of firewood. And yeah. And again, you know, I do think this makes a difference. Having 6 things cooking, I think, really actually does speed up your cooking skill, rather than cooking one piece at a time. Like in the long dark, there's a way to cheese your cooking skill, right? We're cooking little tiny pieces of meat. And this one, I think the way to kind of go is just to have as much meat cooking as possible. Because getting to level 7 on cooking does take a while, but it's much faster if you can cook up a bunch of stuff at the same time. Yeah, I think in the morning we'll build a 3rd water still. Because if we're not getting a ton of rain, we are going to have to water our plants. Since we got to water pizza and water plants, you know. I can't remember, are birds small meat or medium? I think they're small meat. That's the one problem. So the bird catcher is great. It's actually kind of overpowered. I don't know that it catches bats, though. Honestly. I think it just catches birds. But we have a ton of bats. But my problem with the bird catcher is just every day there's a bird, every day there's a bird, every day. You end up with all these birds laying around your campsite at some point. I'm pretty sure it takes a lot of rocks as well. Yeah, I'm glad I waited. See, everything down there is starting to bloom. We got another yucca plant ready to go. The fruit plant is ready to go. I'm assuming these guys are gonna back here. These yucca plants, yeah. See, they're coming in. So tomorrow's yucca day. is good. And what we're going to do is we're going to start turning some of the yucca into lashings, but we can also use, we can save our sticks for the fire, from using it in the fire, and start, actually, we'll probably, you know what, let's do that tonight, actually. Let's put my stick back here, because we're going to have a bunch of yucca. We'll just take the whole stack, because we're going to get water in the morning. Here. There we go. Now you don't get as much, like a stick gives you more time on the fire than the fiber sleeves do. But fiber sleeves are renewable, sticks are not. There's a finite amount of sticks in this game, if you think about it. There's a never-ending supply of fiber sleeves. Especially if you get some planters going like we did. But we're going to need those those lashings. You want to add more to the boat? So I like to build like 2 or 3 boats if I can, right? A small raiding boat, a big raiding boat. Well, a leaner exploration. If we had the sharks and monster and shark fighting boat, and then a barge for total loot, monster gathering. But like I said, it takes a while to get up to level 7 cooking. But I prefer doing it this way. I'm super happy with just kind of... Honestly, I like looking at this furnace down here on the beach. It really makes me happy. I think when I let myself get hungry... Well, here's the thing. We could pick this fruit, plant it. We could pick this fruit, throw it on the ground, let it rot. We can still use it to make a new planter on another island. But I think the fruit that I planted, I think it gives you food and water. So some plants are good for making the medicinals. Right? Well, obviously we can make some out salve. PP plant for the antidote. Maybe we do need to cure rubber plant to make gauze for wounds. Barjuga for breath boost. Oh, those would be nice. Oh, yeah. Shark plant, repellent. I can't tell what plant that is. But different plants do different things. I think the Karuru plant is for shark repellent. Alright, let's pull the smoked meat off. Alright, we'll just run that down here. Sorry, right here. And then we should be able to move this cooked piece up to the smoker. Let's clean up the rest of whatever's laying around here. I think it's just that and this little crab. Oh, no, we got an archer too. Like so. We got another crab laying around. Clean up all this weirdness. We'll stick another medium right here. And we'll put one on the campfire. And we'll drop those little guys there. Okay, so let's switch to this, and we'll see the difference between adding a stick and adding this. You see, you get way less fuel than if you added a stick, but we got a lot of these, you know what I'm saying? Good there. You may be like pizza. Listen, it takes a long time to get to cooking level 7. We have made quite a bit of progress just in this little session right here, believe it or not. When I was a kid, there was a TV show called Believe It or Not. I loved it. My dad loved it. Well, you know, back then my dad had the remote. We watched whatever he wanted to watch. That's just the household I grew up in. Boomer family. Boomer parents. Some reason my father chose everything he watched, except in certain things that my mom got to choose. My mom liked the old miniseries that used to come on. So I've pretty much seen every miniseries that ever came on TV. The ones I remember were Shogun and the North versus the South. And I think there was one about like a Victorian family. I don't remember the name of. And the sun rises. Look, there's our plants. We got a good day ahead of us. Gathering, planning, thinking. Again, we can build a place and then tear it apart and rebuild it. I'm not opposed to that. At all. But what I was saying is, you know, we've got a lot of fiber sleeves. We can start using them for the campfire, for the water. But we also are going to need a lot of lashings. So we will actually go through it pretty quickly. Is that smoke? Is that ready? I had no idea meat smoked up to or stacked up to 8. That's really good. Let's move you up top. We got another piece of. These are both cooked. Let's grab these little guys. Get them on there. And that'll finish this up for the fire, I think, for today. Yeah, we're not going to be super hungry, but I do want to see if this fruit helps with our thirst. We're just going to hang out. I do want to look for that third. There's definitely a third clay deposit. Because again, if you find one, there's usually 3. So I missed one somewhere. It could be partially engulfed by, it could be completely, honestly, engulfed by a rock down there. Partially submerged in a rock or whatever. I could have got scared from a lionfish. You never know. But I got a decent amount of sticks and a decent amount of logs. We can do some plank building. We can do some wooden frame type building. I wonder what's more expensive. So If a wood floor is 8 sticks and a plank floor is 2 planks, that equals out to be the same. If a wooden floor is 6 sticks, then that would be more economical. Something's ready to go. Yeah, I figured it was you. We'll just stick that in our pocket for now. Make sure we haven't missed any little guys laying around on the beach up here. This area. Look at all those yucca plants and fruits and things ready to go. Yeah, so I think I'm going to use 2 planks. We got a couple planks on the boat. We'll just use those, and we'll make another planter today. We're going to need more water. So all these fibrous leaves are going to come into play. We need to kind of water everything. Maybe we'll get a storm today. That would be great. But, I mean, look at it right now. I don't think that really matters, though. Clouds really have nothing to do with rain. It just randomly rains. There's some people who are like, you know, why do you play these antiquated games? And sort of, this game is so peaceful, particularly if you eschew the shark fighting. You know, like I said, this game is like 2 different games. For me, I like survival. But to me, survival is not a shark hunting game or a monster hunting game. Would you occasionally have to deal with sharks? Probably. But I figure even if I lived on these islands and traveled across these islands for, let's say, 5 years, I might have trouble with sharks maybe twice in reality. Right? That's ready to go for the next fire. We'll just let this last piece cook. Get whatever cooking score we can get out of it, and then we'll shut it down. Shut it down, yo! Shut it down! Shut it down, yo! Shut it down! Mm, 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 mm. Bum, 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 bum. WA, baby. Easy E. The soda is almost gone. Might have to do something about that here shortly. See, all those are back. Yeah. I should have left those little stragglers that I picked up so I could gather everything in like one day. But I didn't. Maybe next time, right? It's so hard. There we go. Just sitting around waiting for this last piece to cook. It's always tough for pizza. Let's put this out. Nice. Let's see. Let's go ahead and chuck that in there. Well, we got a nice box of smoked meat. It's going to last a really long time. And we can continue to pick apart. We got our rations here. We can go ahead and pick apart these as we go through the next day or two. Actually have a decent amount of meat laying here. It's kind of hard to see. There we go. Boom, 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 boom. Alright, first things first, let's make a new planter. We're going to need a hammer. No, I have a refined hammer somewhere, I thought. Let's grab the crude hammer. That'll work for today. Let's go make a couple planks. Grab the hoe real quick. Plop that right there. So yeah, the problem is, you know, we're gonna pick this PP plant, but then we're not gonna have anything to do with it until that next crop harvested. So harvests. We do have a river fruit. I got a lot of random fruit laying around. It looks like. Oh, it's spoiled. Let's get the leather skin. Start playing this game. We're going to dump all three of these right in here. 1, 2, 3. Perfect. Chuck this on the ground. Grab these guys. Let's get a quick drink. Get that going. There. That's all good. Our SBF is pretty bad right now. Let's keep using this little guy for now. Yeah. Not used to those given, like I said, I think that's something new. I truly believe that in the past, I could be wrong, you could not get an infinite supply of, you know, yucca bits and bobs. So what am I going to do with them all, honestly? Alright, let's pick this feller. Yeah, I think you only get one food. Alright, let's eat it. What did we get? Oh, I drank water. We got food and water, I think. Let's throw these in this pile right here. Kind of sad, but it all works. Let's get some shade. Yeah. Although we're almost to the point where it isn't going to matter. Around 1600 hours, which is like 4 o'clock. Around 4 o'clock, I don't think you take any more SPF damage. So let's clear it up anyway. Because why not? Yeah, I think we're going to start making a bunch of lashings. I guess you can make a lashing pile too, which probably would help me in my storage. But I also don't think it's going to last very long. But 1500 hours. What's the durability? 70%? Yeah, we're fine with this. Right. Let's go start chopping up things. All these guys right here. Like I said, I try to get everything in the same day. I think we're safe from the sun at this point. There we go. I'd like to try to get as much of the stuff, popping up around on the shore before we worry about those last 3 yucca plants. I think we're pretty good. Maybe I was wrong. Maybe it's really just these plants that only have the one fruit. Nice. Right. So remember, we can make cloth out of this. There we go. We can use this in our water stills. It's kind of great, really. Sun's going down. We're properly hydrated. Let's see how much water we made. Yeah, let's go ahead and not waste water doing that, pizza, you moron. And let's start topping some of these off. It's gonna rain tonight. It's kind of how things work, right? No? Yes. Good, good, good. Let's throw in here what we can. Hmm. Perfect. Let's go right back to this crate we just threw all that stuff in. Hmm. These things are really hard to maneuver around, so I'm thinking in the back right here. Got a few lashings ready to go. Let's go ahead and make some more. We're going to need a bunch of these. How many we got? Not bad, not bad. It's a start. You're feeling pretty good, feeling pretty good. You want to hang out again till about midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning. Nope, that's there for purpose. We're just going to see, yeah, we can find any random private sleeves. Sometimes it's a little easier to find these guys at night, I think, because they just kind of glow. When you roll up on them. Here come the bats, y'all. You know what? Here's an idea. Let's go ahead and chop these, one of these log buddies up. There we go. So I think we've got multiples on this island, so let's get what we can. Nice. Ooh, better be careful, don't want to get poisoned. Ooh. Boom! Sticks, y'all. We got them. Alright, so this is down to 10% durability, right? So what I want to do... We're going to need a lashing, I would think. Yeah. Let's go grab a lashing. From here. Oh, I need leather. Alright, that's fine. Got lots of leather. No worries there. Alright. One of these. Boink. Boom. Alright. And I mean, in theory, right? Now I got a better pig stabber. And if we look at it, right, it's 100% durability, even though the durability on that little piece of flint, basically, was 10%. So that's how you want to kind of use your tools. Let's check our axe here. Oh, alright. So we're about down to 11% durability on that. We got time? Maybe. So we go over here and we use this and we chop this up. Right? And you can see right here is a refined axe. And if we take that refined axe and look at it, look at that, 100% durability, right? So we walk over here and we drop that. And then we want to go here. Switch this, we'll put a regular spear in there. Get this out of our hand. I think I'm probably going to be short just a little bit. And then what we're going to do is come back over here. And the only thing we need are sticks for the plank station. It takes 4, we have 1. Let me just build it. Oh. So we pretty much get everything back. I knew it, but the sticks. Right? Oh, I don't need a hammer for this. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So we should be able to just rebuild our plank station right here. Boom, like that. Okay. And then we can pick up our new refined axe. And boom. So as long as you make 2 refined axes, and remember to exchange them before it runs out of complete durability, you pretty much have infinite refined axes. Isn't that awesome? Alright, let's get some sleep. Sure. We'll wake up a little early, that's fine. Alright, and now I think the smart thing to do figure out where I want to build my house. Now, if I was really actually surviving on this island and really trying to build a place to survive, I would build something in between here, right? Because we have these natural stone-ass structures that are going to protect us from the wind and all kinds of things. So, but we need a nice flat surface. In an area fairly close to all this beach crap. Now, some of this beach crap, of course, we can clean up once we get our shelter built. Maybe over here. This looks pretty nice. So let's do the economy thing. And I don't know. Maybe it'll work better if we go this way. I cannot tell from here how many sticks I need. It's so ridiculous. I hope they fix that if they ever make a Stranded Deep 3, let's face it. So I mean, from right here... Okay, so yeah, 4 sticks to make a wood foundation. How much to make a plank foundation? 4 planks. It's much more economical to make. So 4 planks would be 16 sticks. Let's grab this for now. Will it just let me build it off of this? Alright. So what I want to point out is or you can stick them right in the ground, depending on how you want to do it. I think it's best to come up a little bit. I would say, because we want it, we've only got so much surface space, right? I'm going to say maybe right around here above this stump. We got to build the thing. All right, and then the next one. We want to match up Why is it turning it? Why can't I make it line up correctly? That's irritating. There we go. But a much more pleasant sound to walk across, I think, than the corrugated metal. The bricks, I think, sound okay. Right, I want to see if I can get this one in the direction I want it to be. Yes. All right. There we go. Yeah, that sounds nice. Looks rickety as hell. A really bad storm obviously would wreck this place, right? Just a bunch of sticks. I'm surprised though. I thought it took lashings, honestly. Apparently not. Look at that. It's the beginning of our home, you guys. It's our home. I think that's right, yeah. Look at that. We'll build some stairs eventually. Nice. That's right. Yes. Okay. Beauty, eh? Our little stick fortress is coming together. I love it. I love it. Maybe we'll try to build a wall. Or a window, maybe. Look at that! Casa de Pizza is coming together, y'all. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So I think we'll do another 3 out this way. And I might go 1 more out this way, right? Maybe 4 by 4. We'll try to get a second floor in here. And we'll want a nice porch to come out and have a beautiful view of the ocean. I am assuming we are burning up. Not quite yet. Let's grab some water. That'll set us up for now. And let's get back to watering our plants. Yeah, why not? Go. Part of the reason why we're building the house, y'all. Things are getting a little crazy. Nice. That's what I'm talking about. How hot are we? Not quite there yet. Alright. You guys, I had a lot of fun today. I think I'm about to call it a video, though. I got some errands to run. I got some things to do. I got life to live. But we got a wall up. We got some floors up. Casa de Pizza is coming together. We got our furnace down there. We got another planter. We got peepees growing. We got some fruit that gives us a little bit of water and food. Most importantly, we got a lot of yucca plants growing. So, yeah. So I think next episode we'll continue to build a little bit, but we're going to have to do some traveling. I think we're going to head out that way this time. We got some islands to re-raid. Maybe even do a little bit of searching. Hopefully we get some rain, which will help me all the way around. Because I'd really like to have all the planners completely full before I go take off on some kind of big adventure. But I think it's going to do it for today. I just want to thank everybody that's been checking out the Stranded Deep series. Thank you so much. This was just kind of a fun thing I started to do during the holidays. And it's gotten some views and some likes and stuff. So we'll keep it going. Thank you guys. I want to thank everybody that subscribes, likes, shares, does all the things. You, the heartbeat of the channel, thank you so much. I do this for fun, and I really appreciate you guys supporting that. Thank you. That's going to do it for today. Listen, hope you guys have a great day. Do what you want to do, and it's going well. If you happen to catch this, thanks for watching. I appreciate you. And if you see us at a later date or time, thanks so much. Y'all, have a good day, and be good to each other.